So very warm welcome to the official ITB Asia 2009 opening press conference by Messe Berlin. Well, as Astrid mentioned, I am Raimund Hosch, President and Chief Executive Officer of Messe Berlin, and it's a pleasure to be back in the Lion City here among travel industry friends and partners once again. So, as you are aware, it has been a tumultuous year. When launched the inaugural ITB in October 2008, many economies were bracing for a shock. Well, the shock duly came. I don't want to look backwards at all the various economic impacts around the world. What I would like to emphasize instead is that such oscillations must be expected in the global economy. We have seen them all at ITB Berlin over the last 40 years. If you think about the 9/11, if you think about SARS, if we think about terrorist attacks in Madrid, and importantly, if you are a strong, well-respected brand and established brand, such as ITB is, you can survive the choppy waters of global economy. And as I have mentioned in my speech this morning, I sometimes compare it with the F1, with the Formula 1. Well, sometimes you need a safety car and a yellow face in a race, and then the race is pacing up again if the lights are out and the green lights are on, and I hope this will be for the economy in the next coming years. We have done just that with ITB Asia 2009, and the news is getting better every day. The travel industry is once again preparing for new growth. ITB Asia is here to help that process along. This year, Messe Berlin is committed to building on the positive experience of our inaugural show last year. When the first ITB Asia closed last October, we commissioned a post-event independent survey. And these are amazing figures because the results showed that 95% of all trade visitors said they would recommend ITB Asia to their industry friends. And some 96% said they would join ITB Asia again. So let's see what it's coming up this year. Over 87% of exhibitors said they were generally very satisfied with the quality of the buyers of ITB Asia 2008. And more than 90% of exhibiting companies said they plan to come back to ITB Asia. Over 90% said they would recommend participation to others. And these are really high figures if you otherwise, and we have the experience when, especially in Berlin, we're launching a new show. Sometimes we always have between 50 and 70% of all those exhibitors who would be satisfied with the first inaugural show. The result was a large part of our exhibitor bookings for this year happened because of the positive experience of those exhibitors and buyers we had last year. This is what happens when you join part of an established brand that is positive about its future direction. Indeed, since last year, our competitors in Asia trade shows arena have felt the impact of the competing ITB brand. ITB Asia is currently around twice the size of competitor trade shows in that region. This year, I'm happy to say that we have maintained our size and even grown a little bit, a remarkable achievement. On the numbers side, this year's ITB Asia will feature 679 exhibitors organizations from 60 countries. And some 1,144 trade visitors have also registered online before the show has started. Even have 130 media registered. And by the way, nearly 18,000 scheduled appointments have been made before the show is starting. On Friday, we will report you the final number of trade visitors for this week. Well, exhibitors will notice a greater participation of Asian buyers this year. And in part, this is due to Asian economies doing better than economies in Europe and Northern America. And showcasing global travel products to Asian buyers is the core value proposition of ITB Asia. This year, 71% of our pre-registered buyers are from Asia Pacific, up from 56% last year. Through thick and thin, we have worked hard to position ITB Asia as the trade show for the Asian travel market. And as you're aware, ITB Asia serves three keynote sectors. The key sector leisure travel, business travel, and MICE. Well, our MICE buyers and sellers are steadily increasing. Tomorrow we will make an important announcement about ITB Asia's MICE sector developments. This year we have given a boost to the responsible travel community. On the Thor show this year we have proud to show the Responsible Tourism Center. Exhibitors can consult with the responsible travel experts there on how to adopt practical measures that are environmentally and socially responsible. And tomorrow afternoon at 5:15 p.m. we also have a corporate social responsibility in Asia press briefing, just in this room. It will be followed by a responsible travel networking event. Please join us for that. And in addition, ITB Asia has sponsored an in-depth report on what needs to be done to help small and medium-sized tourism operators. Please join this Small Medium Enterprises session in room 204 on Friday between 2 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. On the ideas, innovations, and technology side, Messe Berlin has also strengthened its partnership with Web in Travel. It too has more an Asia flavor this year. Web in Travel has established itself as Asia's leading travel distribution, marketing, and technology conference. Well, before closing, I would like to salute and thank our strategic partners at the Singapore Tourism Board. Regardless of the economic waves battering its shore, the Singapore Tourism Board has stood shoulder to shoulder with Messe Berlin and been a great ambassador, not just of travel to Singapore, but of Asian tourism at large. Thank you, Singapore. Today on the show floor, we start the serious business of tapping into new economic growth that is now just around the corner. Let us look forward positively to the final quarter of 2009 and all the opportunities for growth in 2010 will bring. Thank you for joining the trade show for the Asian travel market, ITB Asia. I wish you very successful days within the next 3 days here. Thank you very much.